One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That's a really nice job by this defense maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Using his legs at center. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Wide open downfield. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Looking for space. It's Sanders. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Finds his man, it's Sanders. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Got the first down. Looking for more.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at that 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. the run. It's Robinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Jones. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Toss to the outside. Spins away from the defender. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Snap it to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Caught in the backfield. It's dealt. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, 4th down.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. A run for the quarterback. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You've got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Sanders. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He's got some space. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you roll. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Rides to back on the option, the give. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Tough running, gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for the offense. Now on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
Number 92 on to punt it away.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the 15. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Just plowing ahead. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The screen, he can go. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Jordan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. It's a running room. Rustled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up, and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And the Trojans are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Oh, he's got a chance. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
To the air. It's Stockton. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Look out, he's got room. Kearney on the Jets. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. And wings it incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Running to the left. Touchdown, Trojans! And the route is on. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Bust through behind his pad. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Jackrabbit. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, USA 24, Georgia 0.
Ready? 29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, USC.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Arrow. Here we go.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Get set, get set.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
I was ready for this 4th down anyways. I know I need a touchdown on this drive, and I know I'm going for it. So now the situation is, what is my play to get it done?
They'll send out the kicker here. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. We're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
How about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a crease, it's Robinson. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Unloads to the right. He's got him wide open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Hey, when these plays work, everybody goes nuts, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. But the third down call, they use some misdirection. They go with the reverse. The defense, so disciplined, sound, run to the football and get the big third down stop.
The kick is on its way. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this.
There he goes. The ball's free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. You always hear, put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. That, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.